Hey, what's going on out there, folks? Rooster here in Tennessee, looking at a couple more pieces of equipment here, and thinking about doing some videos on some radio equipment that I'm keeping, plan to hold on to and not get rid of. And these two sonars are two interesting pieces that I will never get rid of. One, because they were given to me, but that's not the reason I'm keeping them. Two is because they came from a good friend, a man that I've never met in person before. I've never talked to him on the radio before. However, we have done some business together, and like me, he has a YouTube channel. And before I tell you who that guy is, I'll give you a little backstory on how I came across these and a little bit about them. So Sonar BR21, they run four tubes in them, and I don't have the tube right in front of me. Maybe 6JB6s, 6JG6s, 6JBs, I think, something like that. Four small tubes. They're rated for 100 watts. You drive them with a little bit more, they'll do a little bit more. They run extremely low plate voltage. You may have seen me do videos on these before, but the tubes in these things last forever. Now, the one here to the right's got a little ding in it. Leg, I think it's missing a foot on it, but it runs perfectly. Nothing's wrong with it at all. It runs excellent. The one to the right is in mint condition, has the bracket, and I've honestly never talked on it, but I know it's in working order. You know, when he got it to me, he told me it was in perfect working order, so I have no reason to doubt him. And it's free. Who cares if it's not? He gave it to me. It was a gift. Didn't expect anything in return or anything like that. He just gave it to me. Now this one, when I'm talking about how long the tubes last in it, this one actually has the original factory stamped Sonar tubes. They say Sonar on them. And he didn't know that when he gave it to me. He's a big Sonar collector. There's a good chance he probably would have pulled the tubes, still gave me the amp, but put some different tubes in it. Because I told him, I said, hey man, you know this thing's got factory tubes in it? And he said, no, I had no idea. Never looked in it. So anyway, he gave these to me. I had put a post out, I believe on Facebook, maybe even here on YouTube, that I was looking for a Sonar BR21. And I had a package come from him in the mail, and immediately recognized his name on there. And I thought, what in the world? I hadn't bought anything from him in a long time. And I open it up, and it's a freaking Sonar BR21. And I've been meaning to do this video to publicly thank him. And if you're wondering who he is, he has a YouTube channel, and his name is Tram Doctor, Tram Doctor, no spaces. And I highly recommend anybody that likes old school radio stuff to go check him out. He's a super nice guy. He's super knowledgeable, particularly on old school equipment. He has some radios that I guarantee you that you'll never see anywhere else, all in one spot. And he's a #1 guy. So I gave him some stuff back because I felt obligated to, not because not because I had to or anything, but somebody does a favor like that for me, I want to do something back for them. So I shipped him a bunch more stuff. And lo and behold, the son of a gun ends up sending me this perfect BR21. Now, this thing is in mint shape and totally unexpected. He told me, hey, don't send me anything else, okay? He said, we're square. I'm not giving you this because I want anything in return. Just take it as a gift. So, these are two pieces of equipment that I will never get rid of. I have certain pieces that are like that, and I may not ever use them, but they'll never leave here. Just for instance, I've got a 1-pill 2879 and a 45 amp power supply that came from Gump. Gump's one of my best friends, probably my best friend. And I'll never get rid of it just because it came from him, and it's something he had for a long time, and I'll just never sell it. My 1000 that Gump did up for me, it's not going anywhere. I've got a Washington that belonged to a good friend that's now passed away. I've got an old receiver that belonged to a good friend that's passed away, and so on and so forth. I may do some videos on some of that stuff, but stuff that belongs to good friends and people that have influenced me in the radio business, I like to keep it just kind of as a reminder, and maybe like kind of a tribute to them, I guess. Tram Doctor, I consider him a friend. I've never met him in person. I've never talked to him on the radio. We've messaged on Facebook Messenger. You know, not really often. Periodically we talk about stuff, and I feel like he's a real tribute to the radio hobby. His YouTube channel is one thing that got me interested in doing YouTube videos, and you know, lo and behold, here I am 7 or 8 years later, 5,000 something subscribers. So, and a lot of that came from him. He influenced me to do YouTube videos. So anyway, we'll test this Sonar out. I just wanted to do this video to publicly thank him and kind of tell the story about how I came across these things. The best friends I have came from this radio hobby. The best friend, you know, most of my good friends are in the radio hobby, so I can't say enough about, you know, that side of things. Anyway, let's, before I keep rambling on, let's test out this Sonar. I've got this Cobra 86 that you saw in a previous video, and it is just perfect to run into this Sonar BR21. Perfect, I should say, not perfect. But it's perfect to run into this Sonar. So, without further rambling, let's see what we've got here. We'll start out on average, and we're on the 500 watt scale, so middle scale. Hello, hello, just barely tugging forward on average power. 30 watts, audio, going to about 35, audio. Let's go to peak. Still looking at the middle scale. Audio, almost 100 watts. Audio test. And however old this amp is, audio test. That's how old the tubes are in it. So probably, gosh, I don't even know, 40 or 50 years old anyway. Audio. Gosh, we can almost get 100 watts. We're so close to 100 watts we can smell it. But that's it, guys. The Sonar. Our old fan could probably use a good lubing up in this thing. You can hear it kind of rattling around in there. Sonar BR21. It quietened down. The electricity surges here sometimes, so when it went down, it must have put that fan in a little bit of a bind. I saw the lights flash here. We have up and down line voltage here where I'm at, so you never know when it's going to hit. But that's it, guys. Sonar BR21. And let me tell you something. If you guys are looking for an old vintage tube amp that will absolutely take a beating, 100 watts, get you one of these guys. I can't say enough good about them. I just ordered a ton of spare tubes from Larry's Leaners. Shout out to Larry for hooking me up at a good deal. Some 6LQ6s and I think 6JB6s is what this thing takes. But I hope you guys enjoy the video. Not everything I post is a sales pitch trying to sell you guys something. Sometimes I just like to do videos on nice equipment, unique equipment, you know, stuff I come across. So these are not for sale. Neither is the 86 right now. I've got a friend of mine that asked me to buy this already, and I'm not going to sell it right now. So that's it, guys. Hope you enjoy the video. Rooster in Tennessee. More to come. Questions, comments, complaints, shoot me a text, 423-299-3535, and we'll get to you when we can. Catch you out there. Rooster in 10. See you, bye.